Hello. Oh, am I live? Hello, gorgeous humans. How are you? This is our final transmission of the story masterclass. And I am so excited. It woke me up in the middle of the night and I had to come out of my bed and go write it all down. I'm so excited, and we are going to do the draw. When you're hopping on, say hello. Let me know how you're feeling. Have you had a chance to watch everything? I am loving all the responses and the messages, and like the people, like new people are coming in my world, and I'm so happy. And I'm so excited for our journey together. For those of you jumping into collapsing time, oh my gosh, you have no idea what's in store. This is going to be so incredible. It's going to be one of the most powerful transmissions. And for those of you who are jumping into the We Go First membership, oh my gosh, we are in for a journey. And there's more than you can imagine coming into that membership. And so I'm really excited. And for those of you who win this 50% off, you can't use it towards the membership, but you can use it towards collapsing time or bundles or any of my live programs. So we'll do that at the end because I really want to give you guys a powerful transmission. Let me see who we have live with us today. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy you're here. Happy September. Happy September. 4 months. 4 months. We can do so much in 4 months. Hello, Deanna. I'm so happy you're here. Oh my gosh, my little inner circle. My amazing clients are here. Okay, so I'm going to get started because I do have to be off at 11:30. We got to go to do some things, but it's okay. I will be in my DMs for anybody who wants to sign up for things, have questions, and I am still listening to all of your messages. I am so grateful that you guys are having breakthroughs and go back and re-listen. There's so much gold. I really don't do this stuff that's like for free because it's not good enough. It's incredible. It's as good as my paid stuff. Obviously, my paid stuff is even better because it's deeper and we're going to go on a journey. Hello, Kathy. I'm so happy you're here. Hello, Queen. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is the transmission that woke me up in the middle of the night. And Adam, poor Adam. I wake him up. I try to sneak out, but I am not very graceful. So I usually try to go into our walk-in closet to run. Sometimes he catches me and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I have an idea." And I'm like writing something down, but I channel things. It wakes me up in the middle of the night. I have weird, crazy dreams. And I want to have a big conversation with you guys today about trust, about surrender, about how to make decisions, where your soul is actually calling you versus where the predictable identity is calling you forward. I want to talk to you about confidence and what it means to become an energetic match because we do ask for a lot of things. And then I want to talk about your relationship with time. So this is going to be potent. It's going to be incredible. And I'm going to get started and I will catch up with you guys at the end. And then we will do the draw at the end. Hope your kids have a great first day back to school tomorrow. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. They're not that excited, but mama's excited. But I got Adam home right now because he's the one that's recovering from his surgery, but it's okay. He's a 5'1" and we have a lot of amazing deep conversations. So I'm going to get started and I will catch you guys in the comments. Oh, and by the way, right before I came live, of course, divine timing, the We Go First membership is finalized. There was a little tweak and I don't like to bother my team during the weekend, but it just got finalized. So you'll see it today. I got to do something after this call, but I'm going to launch it and I'm so excited. And for those of you who have signed up for the collapsing time, you can use that 111 credit to come into the We Go First membership. And you're going to get an email. Even though the group won't open until September 10th, you get to binge some programs. And it's a no-brainer and it's going to be extraordinary. And I have so many things like I'm going to chant like a download a transmission vortex right now. Okay, so let's get started. So let's talk about trust. Let's talk about faith, because in order to shift our identity, in order to even manifest realities that we don't believe is possible for us, in order for us to have transformation, we have to have trust and faith. Without the evidence, shifting your identity, changing your reality, doing and becoming something you don't have evidence of yet requires faith and trust. In manifestation, you got to have trust and faith. You got to have a knowing that beyond what's been predictable for me, there is possibilities, there is the potential realm, and that we cannot be attached to the need to know how and when. We have a soul, and the soul is having a human experience, and the human is the mind. The mind is the program, the computer. It's not where you make your decisions. but your soul speaks to you through your gut, through your instinct, through this, like, I don't know, I'm being full. Like when you're excited about something, even though it feels kind of like fear, if you're into human design, it's all about your body. It's just like the splenic hits. It's the sacral, it's the yes, there's something about this. I got to go do that. And in your life, when you've made decisions like that, they have led you to incredible places because that's how your soul speaks to you. I believe that's how God speaks to you. The universe speaks to you. When you take things to your mind, that's the computer. That's the predictable identity. It's not the place to make decisions. And so we have to have trust and faith. And we have to let go of needing to know the how and when things are going to happen. The soul has to lead us. This is what you came from. Because anytime you take things to your mind, you are operating from the predictable identity who you have been. And we are so wired to constantly take things into our mind. We've been conditioned this way to think predictably. We always have this feeling like, I just need to know. I need to know, Alina. I need to know how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, before I can believe in potentiality, before I can believe what's possible for me. Anytime you need to know the how, if you want to see things with your eyes, before you fully trust and have faith that you're being moved towards the thing that you want and it doesn't make sense, it's attached to the predictable identity. Our need to know how and when, how it will look, how it will happen, is actually how you shift yourself out of potentiality, the new identity, out of possibility, the magic, and you go right back into your predictable mind, the predictable identity. And the wise genius people of our time, people like even Einstein has said, you can't create solutions from the same mind, from the same identity that created you to be here now. So we get stuck. We want to know how because the predictability is safe and it's all we know. But that's how you bring yourself back to living a predictable life and a predictable identity. And the more we continue to operate from our mind and who we have been and make decisions from that place, the more we continue to create. But potentiality, possibility, magic, miracles, that exists from when you trust. Yes, I don't know what doesn't make sense, but I'm feeling called to drive down here. I'm feeling called to join this thing, to do this thing. That's where your soul is leading you. Every time we need to know, it's just like you're tapping into your predictable identity. And so like genius, like Einstein has said, like every time you're trying to make decisions from the same mind that created everything, you can't even come up with solutions. That's not how it works. That's the old mind. That's the predictable you. And you want to see, but that's the old you. And every time you do that, you take yourself out of potentiality and possibility. This is why trust and faith is so important, and surrender. And it requires you to know this. What if your success is inevitable? What if is your success is inevitable? Hello, guys. I'm happy you're here. So here's something to really contemplate. And this is the key to moving yourself out of the predictable identity, out of the predictable mind, and start operating from a new identity that you are going to create. It's inevitable. Change is going to happen. Is what if you really believe that your success is inevitable? What if you really believe like those desires, the things that you're like you always dream of, that you want, like that your transformation is inevitable, that you have the gifts, you have the power, it's in there? What if you actually contemplated this? What if my success is inevitable? What if you believed your desires were inevitable? Your transformation is inevitable. And you were just willing to move beyond who you've predictably been, let go of the need to know how and when, go beyond the human mind and what you've experienced before, let go of the need for logic. How would you operate? How would you operate if you knew that your success was inevitable? If you were to say, I trust and I have faith that God, universe has my back, and I trust and have faith and I surrender that my success is inevitable. And so now what? What's your next move? Like, how would you actually show up and how would you actually move if you knew your success was inevitable? If your transformation, the desires of your heart were inevitable, how would you move from here? How would you show up? How would you start to operate in your life? What would be your next move? You got to be willing to surrender from needing to know the how. Like everything, my business, the way I've grown it, the people that have come my world, I don't know where they come from. And some of you have messaged me and you were telling me, they're like, I was in such a dark place and all of a sudden this story thing popped up. I didn't even know who you were. I clicked it and it was exactly what I needed to hear. This is why we hear things like when the student is ready, the mentor shows up, the teacher shows up. Every time you're looking for change, it's like the program shows up, the book shows up. I've had books fall out of chapters on my foot. Like I've been like, okay, I'm stuck on this thing, God, universe, or I'm trying to think of a solution for a client, and like a book has come and like fell out. And then I've read something and I'm like, oh my God, you're always being answered, but you cannot be so fixated on when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? Because that's not how magic and miracles happen. And they happen when you least expect it, when you actually surrender. So if you knew your success was inevitable, how would you start moving? How would you start showing up? And will you be willing to surrender? And like, if you desire to be free, to be wealthy, to be confident, what if you believe the universe actually had your back? Like, you're made of the same stardust as magic as everything else. You like, even Jesus in the Bible said, what I can do, you can do. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Maybe it's joining the collapsing time and trying things out if you're new to my world. Maybe it's like, let me try this. We go first membership. Would you get access to a bunch of programs immediately? And we start working on things. And if you want to cancel after a month, amazing, do it. But what if you took a chance? What if it's inner circle? I'm going for a full year with Alina in her masterminds and all her programs. Like, what is your next move? Is it Tony Robbins? What is it? What if you moved like this with like detach, the surrender, like I don't need to know how. I just trust. Like I'm feeling pulled to this. Something excites me. I don't know why. You go. This is the only way we create a new identity. You cannot create a new identity. You can't manifest potentiality, magic, and miracles when everything you do is back into your mind. The second you ask, I need to know how. I need to see it. That's you operating from the predictable. And you will continue to live there until you actually take chances in your life and take risks and you start operating differently. Because once we start moving differently and we actually surrender and trust, you respond differently and the universe responds differently to you, and you start attracting new identity, new possibilities, new people, new experiences. Your need to know is just your predictable mind, the identity. It's logic. We're so conditioned to think this way. You got to shift from the lens of I need to see before I believe, and I'm going to believe and know. There's no way that God put this desire in my heart, this transformation, whatever it is. Even if it's just like, I finally want to free myself from this body, from this thing, whatever it is, like I got to take off the lens and I got to just trust that I'm going to be supported. When you shift and you remove the lens and I surrender to the how and the when, I trust my gut, I trust my spleen, my sacral, whatever it is, and I start operating from like what else is possible. That's when magic and miracles start happening. The people who transform their lives and actually create fast results where you're just like, how did they do it? Are the people who have trust and faith. They believe before they see. They don't get attached to the I need to know and see. They trust their gut. They trust their intuition. If you actually listen to people's stories, it was just like, I had this idea. I had this pulling. I decided to show up at this thing. Something told me to go there. And there it was, my dream partner. This is how your soul is always leading to you. It's not the mind. The mind is a computer full of programming, full of your predictable patterns. The mind is never a place to make decisions from. It's the old you. And it will constantly lead you to safety and predictability, which you'll continue to create the more of the same. But when you follow like this intuition, the whisper, the like feeling, like the gut response, like that's where your mind-blowing experiences exist. That's where you connect with the opportunity with somebody. You meet your soulmate, you meet your business partner. What if you followed your gut and instinct and your sacral and your actual excitement? Yes, there's a little fear, but that's excitement. But that's your soul being like, this way is the way. This is the way. I don't know. Like when I went all in on my business, it was like, and I'm a manifesting generator. It was just like, and I have my defined spleen too. It was a whisper, like, this makes no sense. I have no evidence is going to work, but I cannot like not hire this person or join this program and this calling to do this. Like my soul was driving me, and this voice is going to keep whispering to you. It's like, and you already know if you're here, you've been called to more. And it's like, you gotta trust in the unknown, because operating from your old mind, your old like identity is just the predictability. That's not where you go make decisions. I followed my gut. It was like a and it was a spleen. It was everything. I get chills. I followed my soul and I'm here. I'm going to continue to do that. It makes no sense. But honestly, like I have been now in rooms with like logical business people, but they still say like the idea to create this thing that created this huge thing was like a whisper. The greatest ideas come from the mind. It was like the spleen. It was the sacral. It was the intuition. Like, and it could be just like, let me join this We Go First membership. I'm gonna launch it today. It's extraordinary, dude. So I'm so excited, guys. I have so much planned for you. I already have like another download that I'm gonna do for you guys for the September. I have another masterclass coming. Like all the things are coming. I'm so dedicated to this work. I'm so freaking excited for those of you who are already like, listen, it's funny in business, they're always like, you need a landing page, you need all the advice. Do you know how many times I sell things without even branding and a PayPal link? And if you're in human design, I track so many one lines, but they've realized it's not the logic that brings in the people, it's the energetics. People buy because it's something that pulls them to it. Like people are jumping in the We Go for membership and they don't have all the details. There's not even the landing page isn't done. It will be all updated and done and ready when I launch the branding today, and I'll go live and talk about it more. And people are jumping in. I'm going to be sending you guys an email today. For those of you who have asked to jump in already before the branding, you're going to get an email today. You get to go into Crack Your Money Code, start working on your money. You get to go for Art Feminine Magnetism, start working on your magnetism, start working on your emotional intelligence. And you get to go into Body Code if you want to start working on that. And then once I open the group September 10th, there's so much things in there. And we're going to open it with collapsing time. It's going to be phenomenal. People ask me all the time, like, how do you do the 4 kids and have space for yourself? And I do my own mentorship and I have my own programs I'm in. I'm in a mastermind. I run a mastermind. Like, I'm not stressed. There's no sacrifice. I'm going to teach you how to be efficient, strategy, the identity, the mindset. Like, this works. So this is the thing with trust and faith. This is at the core of what it means to surrender and trust and faith. When we're not sure, you gotta be brave. This is why it's been like this on my phone for like 6 years. I'm not changing it. It just reminds me to always be brave, because trust and faith is courage. The courage to take action without seeing it, without knowing the end result yet. Without moving, nothing changes. And a path is only created when we walk. When I'm in Canada and it snows like crazy sometimes, you'll get like 5 feet of snow. How do you create a path when you walk outside? How do you create a path? You gotta walk. You gotta walk on the path. You create a path. That's how you get a whole path in the snow, and then everybody else starts walking on it. We go first. If you're to walk in a meadow that nobody ever went A to point B through that meadow, you gotta walk on it. A path is only formed when you walk on it. You go first. You make the first steps and everything supports you. I really believe it's like we're playing chess with the universe. We go first and then the universe responds, and then we go first and then everybody else responds to us. You want to change people in your family? You want people to do this kind of work with you? Like my clients are always asking, you go first. You start shifting and everything follows you. The issue is most people feel stuck when they spend too much time thinking about moving and not making moves. And so this is how most people operate in their mind. They're like, okay, I have this idea. I'm going to do it. But wait a minute. But now that I think about it, this thing could happen. You know what? Maybe I won't do it this way. Ooh, I have a better idea. I'm going to actually do this. Wait. But this could happen. So if that happens, well, I'll do this. But then if that happens, oh, okay, whatever. No, I'm going to put that down. Okay, wait. Oh my God, this is the best idea. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm doing it right now. Oh, wait, instead, unless this happens. Wait. Oh, but okay, no, I'll do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it today. I'm doing it. But wait, if this happens. Okay, I have a better idea. But unless I do this, and we do this, guys, for hours and weeks and months. This is why people who had New Year's resolutions are still in the same place. And there's 4 months. You understand what we could create? And this is why when you're sitting there thinking about what you got to do, and then you start thinking about solutions to all the impending doom scenarios, you've had a whole full day and you haven't left your couch. And then nothing happens because you haven't moved, and all you do is think about it. We think of a plan to do, and we sit and we think when the successful people move. and they have trust and faith. There's no reason you have feelings and pulls and excitements and sacral hits and like without the ability, the power to see it through. The greatest things happen to you when you don't know how they're gonna happen. And then that's how magic and miracles come through. And the universe always supports us when you least expect it. Most people think about what they have to do and they think about all the things that could compare, like literally think about every single obstacle and how to solve every obstacle. And it's been 24 hours and you haven't left your bed or your couch. They've lived a whole year almost in their mind. And this is why people then say, I'm so burnt out, I'm so overwhelmed, I'm anxious, I'm stressed. You know why you're stressed, overwhelmed, and burnt out? It's not because you've worked too much or felt too much. It's because you overthink too much. Overthinking to avoid disappointment, to avoid impending doom and failure creates paralysis. But results, confidence, leadership is the byproduct. I go first, is the byproduct of movement. The path is only created when you move. Whether you make a small step and you throw a rock in a lake, creates a little ripple, and you do like We Go First membership, or you jump right into the river and you create a wave, like you're creating momentum. But we go first. It's ready, fire, and then you aim, because you got to look at what worked, what didn't work, and then I go again. You calibrate. Blah, blah. Most people say they lack confidence, but what if I'm not good enough? What if I don't make the money back? What if the business? What if I mess up on the live? And we're actually more concerned about how we look to people than ourselves. It's like the ego thing is not even about you. It's about like, how will I look to people? Who cares? They're all thinking about their own life. You need to think about your life because you're the main character of your movie. They're all your secondary characters. It does not matter what they think. This is your life. This is your journey. And so when people lack confidence, oh my God, but what if this happens and that? There's two parts to confidence. I'm going to teach you what confidence is right now. There's two parts. The first part of confidence is courage. It's compounded courage. That's what the first part of confidence is, right? So you have an idea, or you're going to go live, you want to ride a bike. You say 3, 2, 1, and then you probably fall on your butt. And then you get up again, and then you go again, and then you be brave. 3, 2, 1. Let me do it again. 3, 2, 1. I hit live again. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was not good. 3, 2, 1. I go again and again and again. And you do something over and over again with courage. Compounded courage creates confidence. Then it's like, I got this, right? It's like learning to tie a shoe. It's learning how to ride a bike. It's like, I can do it now. I've hit live so many times. It's compounded courage. That's the first part. The second part of confidence is actual results. And it's a byproduct of you be brave, you be brave, you be brave, you keep going over and over again. Oh, results. Holy crap, someone just signed up. I just went live every day for a month. Someone finally signed up. Oh my God, I just tried to ride this bike all day long. And then eventually I rode the bike. This is what we did as kids. And now as adults, for some reason, we're so afraid to fall on our face because we're so worried about what other people think. They don't care. They're too much in their own head thinking about the things they want to do. Don't be like most people. When you were trying to learn to tie your shoes, it was like, oh my God, 1 bunny ear, 2 bunny, what? Okay, try again. 1 bunny ear, 2 bunny ears, like, and then you go again. And then eventually, oh, I did it. I got results. I'm confident. So there's two parts of confidence. Compounded courage. You got to be willing to be brave. You got to be willing to brave. You got to be willing to mess up, get back again. And then eventually you're like, I've done this so many times. I'm brave. I'm confident. Then eventually the results come. And it's like, now I'm confident. And this is where you hear people online say, it's easy. It does get to be easy. I promise this work. Everything you're going for, there's a point where it becomes easy. But you got to make movements. You got to have courage and take action over and over again. That's the only way we create ripples in our life. Thinking about things creates nothing but thinking, anxiety, and stress, and going into our mind and getting stuck in there, right? And this is why we do need a balance of masculine and feminine energy. It's like you take action, you be brave, and then you surrender and you trust. And feminine energetics is really this. I'm going to be okay no matter what. I got me, and I'm going to be okay no matter what. This is why we're going to work on your mental strength, your emotional intelligence. Like the next thing that's coming in my brand and Inner Circles Goddess Code in the We Go First membership, there's going to be an emotional intelligence. Like I'm growing out Goddess Code. You're going to get modules in the We Go First in there. And then eventually what's going to be amazing too is all the credits you accumulate, you can do a live program with me. And for those of you pay in full for the We Go First membership, you can actually already get access to a live program, which is going to be extraordinary. It's only win-win-win, but we're going to work on your mind. We're going to work on your heart. I'm going to be teaching you how to really trust your intuition. We're even going to do human design things. I'm bringing everything, but feminine energetics is like, you got to trust you're going to be okay. That's what it is. I trust no matter what happens, I got me. I'm going to be okay. My identity is I always figure it out. And then just be brave and have courage. No matter how many times I fail, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to do it again. No matter if this works or not the first time I go live, I'll be okay. Whatever it takes, maybe it takes me a little bit to figure it out, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay whether people like me or not. I'm going to be okay whether my partner or my family supports me. I'm going to be okay. This is feminine energetics. And the masculine is be brave. I take a foot forward, whether it's a small or a big thing like Inner Circle, but we go first. The only way you change your life is to take a step in a new direction and to think new thoughts. And that's the whole point of why memberships are great, because it's like you're going to be plugged into things all the time. For those of you who feel activated in my work, this is what's powerful, because once we go into the real world again, it's so easy to forget. But when you're plugged in and you're going to constantly be plugged into new stuff, old stuff, you get to re-listen to things. You're not having a good day, you're going to plug into something. This is how you keep the momentum going. And then that 5% is reprogramming the 9 to 5. And eventually it's who you are. And then all of a sudden you have this identity shift. And it's like, how did this happen? Being plugged into this work every day. We're not in control of our mind. We're not. We're so distracted. We don't even think about the things we're thinking about. We're on autopilot. But the biggest thing is like, you got to stop the need to know. Because the other big thing that stops other people is from going to their next level is the need to know and the story of I don't have time. But is that really true? Because I'm going to ask you something. If you're an entrepreneur right now, if you told me you don't have time right now to go to the next level, do another program, whatever, if a client were to sign up right now, a new buyer came into your world right now, are you going to tell me that you wouldn't have time to fit them in? If you have a product, if a new product order came in, would you tell me that you don't have time to make space for it? Someone just asked you to be on a massive podcast, but you're telling me you don't have time to do a program and a membership. You're going to tell me you don't have space to do it? Yeah, you do. We always make space for the things we really want. If you don't have a business and your boss came to you right now and said, I'm going to give you a bonus, a big raise. Can you do this extra project right now? But you're like, I don't have time to do a membership, but you would make time for the project. I want a raise. I wanted this. Yeah, you would. If your friend said, you're like, I don't have time to go to the gym or work on body code, but your friend's like, dude, in a month, I'm paying for an all-exclusive vacation. We're going to Bahamas. You're not going to make time for the gym and do a program? Yes, you would. The issue is, this is the biggest issue with people, is we want circumstances to change before we go first. And that's not how it works. And the truth is, you waste so much time. I guarantee today you waste time talking about someone or some sort of gossip about something retarded that's happening in the world, has nothing to do with your life. You probably spent time pooping and scrolling for 20 minutes, comparing, overthinking, thinking about what you got to do today. You spent probably 10 minutes doing that when you could have plugged in 10 minutes of my work and had a whole mind-blowing experience. You probably watched too much TV. I guarantee it. Like, we say we don't have time, but everybody has 24 hours a day. And a lot of successful people have so many kids, they have like businesses, and they're moving and growing and still have time to do things they want to do because they have a great relationship with time. And I'll tell you, in collapsing time, we're going to rewire this relationship you have with time. There's a lot of incredible shifts I'm going to bring into there besides just the strategy. Because when you keep saying, I don't have time, you will continue to be an energetic match for storylines that give you no time. That's how it actually works. This is why this identity shift masterclass is so important to do first before the work we're going to go in. Because again, if I don't have time is your story, that is an identity, and you are putting that out in the universe. So that's why busy things keep happening in your life. It's the same thing as saying, I'm strong. I'm a warrior. I always work for it. It's like you are creating a story with an identity that attracts the energetic match storylines for that. This is literally how it works. And it gets to be easy and it gets to be amazing. But if it gets to be hard, I'll figure it out because I got me, because I'm always going to be okay. This is the work. But this is not to shame you, but for you to notice the things that you say. Where do you in your life make big, bold declarations to the universe? I desire ... and I'm going to ... But then you don't make any moves and you blame time for that. I can't tell you how many times I've had clients and new people come into my world and they'll say things like this. Okay, Alina, I'm ready for 3 new clients and I'm ready to launch my first program. And I'm in the product. Like, I'm ready for like big suppliers to come in, 2 new suppliers, 4 more buyers. And I want to be on 3 different podcasts this month. I'm like, amazing. Let's do it. We create an energetic plan. We do the strategy. I get on a call with them next week. So how did it go? Did you blah, 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 do the thing? Did you implement it? Well, the thing is, I really didn't have time. And so then I asked, okay, but would you have made time if 3 people signed up today? 3 clients signed up today? Would you make time if your boss gave you a project with a big raise? Would you make time if 3 big suppliers came? Yes, you would. You would. Because this is the issue, guys, is we say these big things, but we first want the circumstances to come so then we can make the time. But that's not how it works. And that's why you stay where you are. That's why we don't have those things, because you're waiting for the world to give you what you want first before you understand that you need to become the energetic match. You got to start making space. You want to attract new clients? You start doing the programs. You start making space for things like these programs, these master classes, whatever it is, because then you're showing the universe, I do have time. Because how is the universe going to send you more clients when you don't even want to invest in yourself and learn and put yourself forward? It doesn't work that way. We're waiting for circumstances to change before we go first. We need to become the energetic match. We go first and things shift. This is why I do free things for you guys too. Like, this is one step for those of you who show up and you listen to this, like, you are changing. I promise that. And when you're ready to be brave, you do collapsing time, you do this first thing with me, or you do the membership. Like, I have things for you to plug in, because every time we have thoughts of like, I can, it's old identity stuff. It's all predictable stuff. And I will bring you things to think about. I will activate you. My mission is to move you, but I'm also such an activator and I am constantly investing. I'm learning from the best of the best, like all the time. And I've been in crazy masterminds with 8-figure people doing crazy things in the world. And I'm learning and I'm bringing you the best, whether it's a smaller offer or you do inner circle. I'm so dedicated to you. I'm there for you and I'm live with you. You get to ask me questions, but you go first and then things start to shift. Everything responds to you. So the We Go First membership is going to launch today. I'm so freaking excited for it. It's pay as you go, no commitment. It's going to be extraordinary. We're going to open it up September 10th at 11 o'clock. We're going to do the collapsing time, which is going to be extraordinary. We're going to heal a relationship with time. We're going to shift your identity. I'm going to teach you the strategies that I use, that I've been using for 5 years, where I have 4 kids. I have time to go to the gym. I have time to do my own self-development. I have time to go on my own one-on-one mentorship calls. I'm in a mastermind. I run a mastermind. I have one-on-one calls. I'm not stressed. I'm not hustling. I have efficient strategies for you. It's going to be extraordinary. You can use this towards your business, sales, your visibility, your body, your relationships. It's going to be phenomenal. And then if you decide you want to move into the We Go First membership, and if you sign up even today, you will get an email and I'll get you to either, you can start working on body code, you can start working on Crack Your Money Codes. There's 8 modules. You just start plugging into things before we open up the group September 10th. And then I have something else later on for you guys in there. And if you're like, I can't do this yet, Alina, there is another masterclass coming. The context that we're moving in after this is Goddess Code. And so I already have an emotional intelligence masterclass that's coming. It's going to be extraordinary. And then for those of you in the membership, you're going to get something extraordinary in there. And then, of course, it's Goddess Code. It's like who I am and why I keep doing this. And it's like emotional intelligence is the gateway to everything. I desire to live your best life. I desire to like leave my impact, but like make sure that my kids are surrounded by incredible leaders. You got to be brave. You got to be brave. I care about you living your best life, because more of us living our best life we create a vibration, a frequency in the world, and it's creating ripple effects. When people are stuck about the news and politics, it's all the distractions. And it's so interesting to me because people complain, they're like, but this is happening. I'm like, but the more you think about it and you're stuck in those collective fears, do you understand you are also part of creating that? When you got to visualize like us all being free and the world is incredible and everyone's working on the relationships. And maybe I have a school and schools where I teach people like the things we need in this world. And there's a new paradigm shift, but it starts with us. You know, if you have kids, don't you want to leave them in a world where there's people who are emotionally intelligent? Not everywhere I look, people are fighting and trying to prove each other wrong, and everything's about ego. So I'm so excited. I'm going to do the draw right now. And thank you guys for being here. Hello, Roxanne. I'm sorry. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Donna. So true. Definitely ready for this. I'm so, so happy. I know I'm so excited. There's so many new people in my world. Like, I am so excited for this. So I'm going to pick some names here. I got the draw. And by the way, if you don't win, I always do other tuition draws. I just want to make something clear. This is the only draw that you get to use towards collapsing time. Some of you have credits from before. Those are for live programs, which I highly recommend use, but you can build them up as well. You can also do an HD purpose call with me. There are other things, just reach out. But if you win this, you can use 50% off and you can get the collapsing time for $55. If you want to move into We Go First, you will have to add the $55 because I'm not discounting the We Go First membership. It's already a low cost, but it's extraordinary. If you want to know how much money I've invested, multiple six figures. And I give you guys the best. Whatever took me $10,000 to learn, I give it to you guys. I actually share a lot of it in my free stuff, but I am constantly calibrating the best. Like it's a mission, like, and I am really here for the collective. That's like my dharma. Like it's funny, before I even learned about human design, like I talk about so many things. Like I'm here for the cross of prevention. Like I'm here to, I like mine of my gifts is the gift of farsightedness. Like I see things people don't see about them. That's why I can listen to people and watch people. I have also the gift of behaviors, correcting people's behaviors, little tweaks that makes them grow exponentially in different areas. And I have a lot of other gates in there, but like it's the cross of prevention by correcting your behavior, the way you speak your mind so that you avoid pain and disappointment. This is why it's before I even learned about this, I used to always talk about how like 90% plus of people that die have regrets because they didn't take risks and they live a disappointing life. And they talk about like, I wish I went for it. I wish I did the thing, because we're not bringing the stuff with us. You're not bringing your house, your money, like you're only bringing your memories. That's it. And so if you want to avoid a disappointing life, you got to start following your body. You got to start following the sacral hits. It's the only way to prevent a life of disappointment and pain at the end. So I'm excited. I'm going to do my little draw right now. Oh, someone just jumped out. Let's see who it is. Grow Fabulous Daria. Okay, wait, no. Grow Fabulous Hair. Daria, you won. I'm so excited. And she actually did the Overflow Masterclass, which was extraordinary. And I love her because she still messaged me. I just had another breakthrough listening it for the 10th time. And I'm like, I know, re-listen to it. So my gorgeous lady, you have 150% off. So you can use it towards programs or towards collapsing time. Okay. Who else we have here? Hamidia, are you still live? Hamidia. So Hamidia, if you want to use it towards collapsing time, you can use it. I know you have other credits for other things. There you go. I'm so excited. Thank you. And guys, there'll be more draws, I promise. I always give opportunities. Okay, who's here? Magda Evelina. Congratulations. Okay. Stacy Hansen. Congratulations. What else popped out? Patricia Sacracino Richie. Oh my gosh. And I had a beautiful voice note from her. And I wanted to say thank you again because she told me she was tagging hundreds of people and I saw her and she shared with like groups of people. I'm so happy that you won. You're incredible. Thank you. All right. Well, let's do one more person. Donna, are you live? I love when you guys are live, when you guys win. Donna. Remember, we're like, you'll manifest this. I was talking to her yesterday too. Isn't that cool? The more you guys are in my world too, I'm telling you, I am putting like love to you. Like I do a prayer, I do my like things, and I send so much love. And Congratulations. And again, everybody who shared, who tagged, I am so grateful for you. I see you. If I don't always respond, I see you. Like before I even come on these lives, I'm like, thank you for these humans, universe. Thank you for these beautiful souls. I promise to give them back to you better than you sent them to me. I promise. And I always ask, like, let the message, the channel come through that's needed to be heard. Like I love you guys. And so if you have any questions, if you want to sign for We Go First, you can even start working on things today. I have to go, but my clients will be, my team will be in the DMs as well. We'll be replying to everybody by the end of the night. So if you want to go into We Go First, you'll get an email. You can start working and crack your money codes, body code, and the art of magnetism. And then there'll be other things once we open up the group. I don't want to overwhelm you, but you'll have stuff to work on before we open the group on September 10th. If you're interested, I'm gonna launch the graphic today. There will be a link so you can sign up today. Then you'll get an email to do things. For those of you collapsing time, if eventually you want to go in the We Go First, because it's the same amount, because collapsing time is going to go up to 222 on Wednesday. So if you want to get it for $111, it's lifetime access. It's going to be about 3 hours. You don't have to be live. There will be a replay, but it is really understanding how to be efficient. Like that's my thing. And I'm a manifesting generator, and I'm a 6'2", and I'm one of those people. I'm telling you, I can read a book and I can pull out exactly what's needed. I could listen to a program and I could pull out exactly what is needed and be efficient. That's like one of my gifts. And that's why I help a lot of my clients. And so I'm excited. There's so many incredible things are coming. Like this is September 2nd. We have 4 months to create extraordinary things. And if you're not feeling pulled for this yet, there's an emotional intelligence masterclass coming, and you guys will probably see me in the next couple of weeks launch it. I don't know what's going on. I'm in a vortex of ideas. Sometimes I'm like, I need more me to run this stuff because there's so many things coming. So I'm so excited. Thank you again for being here. Thank you guys for sharing and tagging. I'm so grateful. I'm going to be in my DMs today. I'm going to make sure we get replied and people get their stuff today if you want to start working on your money, your body, and then your magnetism and some emotional intelligence, because those are big programs, and I always add to those too. So once you're in them too, they're lifetime access, and I'm always adding. I'm so dedicated to your transformation, and my stuff's live. You get to ask me questions, you get to pick my brain. And Inner Circle, for those of you who want to do a year with me, you're getting all my live programs half off. You also get like credits towards masterminds. And for We Go First, if you pay $1,111 for the full year, you get a live program that you get to choose. So Coach Academy, Goddess Code, Self Mastery, Sales, you get to pick one. And then also for everybody who stays every month for $111, at the end of it, you get to use all those credits towards a program. When you in my world, you're taken care of. There's just more abundance. But the goal is to get control of our mind. And I promise you, the more you do this work and stay in this work, things will shift in. But you got to plug in. That's why I was saying to my clients, you're having a bad day, you don't got ideas. Like, I am here to activate you. And we need more high vibrational, empowering stories. And that's what I'm here for, to activate you, to keep you moving, keep you thinking. Even like if you're an entrepreneur, you want ideas for things. I'm an ideas person. It's in my design as well. And I love creating programs. And I'm actually going to do like a module. Actually, I'm going to do a transmission in the We Go First too about that as well. And even storytelling, communication, like there are incredible things coming. So look out today. I will be launching the branding of We Go First. I'm so freaking excited. I can't wait to open the group, and I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Enjoy the last day before your kids are going off to school, if your kids start tomorrow, but enjoy this beautiful day. 4 months, we can make massive shifts, and magic and miracles are always there. Mwah. Thank you guys for being here. I love you so much. Bye-bye.